And today I'm excited to share with you guys a dashboard mounting system that fits in the palm of my hand. It's not some new form of devilry. It is the dashboard multi-mount system from Taco Garage. Welcome back to the Tacomaholic channel, everybody. If this is your first time stopping by and you love everything related to Tacomas, please consider subscribing so you are up to date on every wild thing I'm doing to the truck and my buddies' trucks. And today I'm mounting the DMM, or dashboard multi-mount system, from Taco Garage on a 3rd gen Tacoma. And here's the system in its entirety. I do have the hardware still in the bag right there, but as you can see, it's just a few plates that are pre-drilled that will accept like the standard 1-inch ram ball mounts and such. And the install for this is super simple. On the 3rd gen Tacomas, you will pop out the center part of your dash, and this part actually mounts to the underneath side of the top part. So you just line this up, clamp it down, drill your holes, reinstall, and that's pretty much it. So obviously you will have holes in the top of your dash, but if you don't have anything mounted there, you wouldn't even know this was there. So for those of you who sort of complained when I mounted my 2T PAM that it was sort of obtrusive and stuck up a lot, now that is more so the case for the 2nd gen Tacomas compared to the 3rd gens for the 2T PAM, but this one is completely hidden when not in use. So for those of you who thought that was sort of a complaint, this might be right up your alley. We will get to the install of the DMM in just a second, but if you guys are interested in grabbing ones for yourselves, I will put the link in the video description below at thetacogarage.com. Go ahead and check them out. They have tons of useful things if you are interested in modding your Tacoma. Okay, step 1 for the install is to remove the top center panel, which literally just pops right off once you start pulling from the passenger side out to the driver's side. Don't be afraid to use a little force to get it off. Nothing should break, and that is step 1. Okay, so for the next step, we took the top mounting plate, which is included in the kit. You can see it lines up perfectly with the profile of the top of the center unit. Once that is lined up, we are going to clamp this down so we know exactly where we need to drill the holes that will go through the top unit, through the center unit, and down below, so everything can get attached. Okay, so there's what everything looks like once it's clamped down. You can see we are using these clamps that are small enough so the entire piece is clamped so it's not getting in the way of any of the holes, so we don't have to move anything around. And we will be using a 3/16 standard size bit to drill the holes.
One eternity later.
Okay, the holes are fairly straightforward to drill through. Just don't make sure you use too much pressure. The center part, you can see underneath, there's nothing really to drill into, but on these side pieces, make sure you don't go too deep and hit the AC vents. And then the next part is just to get a small file and clean up the plastic burrs you can see here on all the holes. Okay, for each of the plates when you're installing it, once you get the holes lined up, you will use one of these pegs. In the center pieces, you will use the 2 right there you can see, and on these side pieces there's just one in the middle, and that will hold everything in place so you can get these side bolts lined up, and that's the part that will actually hold everything together. Once everything's lined up, you'll then remove these, and on the install video from the company it showed them going like from one side to the other. What we did was do both of the ends and get everything lined up, and all the holes should be good from there. We did have to widen the holes just a little bit, just sort of rotating the drill bit just to make it easier to get everything started, but once you do that, everything should be lined up and you're good to go. And on the bolts actually holding all the plates in, you will just use the lock washers and washers and tighten it down. And we were able to use this with a 3/8 bit. Obviously you can see on the ones like this where it's right next to the plastic, you might not be able to actually get it on there, but you should still be able to twist it by hand and get it tight enough. And the center ones are, of course, you have plenty of room to use the ratchet like that. And it wouldn't be a genuine Tacomaholic video if I wasn't interrupted by Mother Nature. Okay, you can see we have the centerpiece still out, but I just wanted to show you guys what the top looks like. You can see these are the finished screws that go in from the top, of course. It's a very nice match with the color of the inside of the truck, all the trim pieces. And that is what it looks like, and you can see all the remaining holes right here. That is where you're going to mount like the 1-inch ram balls and such, which we will do right now. But that's pretty much it. Once you get all that in, you just pop the center piece in and you are done. Here are the ram ball pieces you can get from the Taco Garage website that screw right into the top. If you do not like the silver base, we're going to try a quick trick using some black heat shrink wrap to hide that, so that's always an option you can go with. because you can see the silver stands out just a little bit. Alright guys, and there you can see the one on the left does have the heat shrink wrap. Obviously once you get that on there, you just use a knife or a razor blade and cut off the excess, but much more polished look compared to the silver on the right side. And of course, just pop the center console back in, start pushing on the left, then the right side, and that's it guys, you are good to go. Go ahead and comment below, let me know what you think of this mod and if you plan on getting it yourself. And just to show you guys real quick, here is what the unit looks like. I am obviously sitting in the passenger seat, so if you didn't know it was there, you wouldn't even see it. Of course, when things are mounted on it, you can see all that. And then once you get up on it, you can see the colors. To me, they look like they blend in perfectly, so nice, clean install. And we are done with the install, but big thanks to Rome604 on Tacoma World for letting me use his beautiful 3rd gen Tacoma for this install. And if you guys would like to check him out on Instagram, he is Tacoma.sideshow on Instagram. Go ahead and check him out, doing great things over there. There will be tons of videos on this truck in particular coming soon, tons of cool lighting mods and stuff that I know you guys will love, so stay tuned for that. Alright everybody, thank you so much for supporting the channel by watching this video. If you would like to support the channel even more, help me grow the channel by sharing it with your friends and family on social media. Enjoy the rest of your week, and I will see you in the next video.